Swansea City just sacked manager Duff, not Duff man.
Oh yeah!
As the Welsh club who had players like Michu, the baller, are now sat near the relegation zone in the Championship. We cannot be letting the Swans fall to League One, so today we're going to rebuild them with that twist. We are going to be, of course, aiming for the Champions League title, as the aims of today is we've got to sell every single player that isn't Welsh. As yes, this is a Welsh rebuild, only allowed to sign Welsh players. This is going to be fun. This is going to be some challenge. Wales, of course, we've done this already with Burnley. If you want to see that, go to the channel in the description below. I'm putting all the Welsh players in. Our team is significantly decreased. Cullen, Cooper, Allen, Congreve, Cabango and Webb make up all the Welsh players. We are going to play them, even if it takes our league position down. Can't wait to get started with signings as well. To be fair, 12 million. 12 million's pretty decent to get Welsh players in. We should be able to find some good ones, but a lot of the money, five-star scout Ethan Connick has gone ahead and actually found a keeper better than Webb already in Dylan Johnson. Right, we'll promote him. The rest of them, we'll try and get Reece Walker out on a loan, who has the little icon of Theo Hernandez. That's pretty weird. Also promoted the right wingers, just to search for that next Bale. And looking in the squad hub, there is another Welsh player in Brandon Cooper on loan at Leyton Orient. Why not recall him? Get his potential up. Because we'll have to admit it, we're not going for promotion season number 1. We're going to build a Welsh spine to train up. As you can see, all the players non-Welsh are on the transfer list. It includes decent potential players like Ogbeta, but as we know, we can use these in the squad until they leave. So switching it up, we are putting all the Welsh players in over the non-Welsh players just to get the ratings up. We could just sit them on the bench. It would still count. And you can see we've gone 4-4-2 with Jamal Lowe trying to help out Cullen. And we've got to get the signings in early if we are going to progress some youngsters who are Welsh, because that's probably the method I'm going to take. The older Welsh players are decent, but they're not going to last very long. And I do feel like we're in for the long term here. So Jordan James from Birmingham, relatively cheap, and from a league rival. He will be joined by another decent Welsh prospect who we had in our Wrexham save, Luke Harris. And you can't get higher quality than this. Walking into the Swansea dressing room, a Premier League player, or now ex-Premier League player. Our new number 7 is David Brooks from Bournemouth. Huge one is that, as I think we're done for midfielders. After this one, we're going to welcome Charlie Savage, of course, Robbie Savage's son. Less than $1 million. Reading, of course, struggling financially. We're doing them a favour by signing him. And all those signings actually came before the first player out of the club. We've sold Harry Darling. This is where the money comes back in. As you can see, that's 3.2 million in. That covers Harris, James, and I believe Savage all in one. Unbelievable money, and gives us money for another Premier League player. Welcome to the club, Kiefer Moore. Now, I know he may have alliances to Cardiff. I'm not actually sure on that one, but he's at Swansea. We're paying the money, and we're going to have to speak to him. Kiefer, are you going to give it your all for Swansea City? And he says what we've just said. You're paying me money. I'm going to be paying you, hopefully, with goals. Mentality monster. He can use that, and he will be partnered with Cullen for probably the entirety of season number 1. Because at the moment, we will be selling players, but 600 or 264k, not enough. Not enough to get a good player. And it seems a promising debut from Brooks in a preseason game, as Birmingham are the actual first game. I am very excited, of course. Just stole one of their youngsters in Jordan James, and he's in our starting 11. Do I expect to win? Absolutely not. And to be fair, I'm quite impressed by 2 goals. Honestly, with the Swansea team we have at the moment, relegation might be the best way forward in terms of progressing the Welsh players that we have. And I've got to say, as we've been simming, I've been pretty impressed with the results, team-wise as well. I'm impressed with some of the growth. Looks like some of these in the reserves have fit into the squad, but on the whole, we've got increases to Johnson, Cooper, Cabango, mostly everyone, and especially the Welsh boys. Jordan James, another one. Have they been enough to keep us fighting? I mean, the Welsh players aren't playing for the most of it, but we are 7th in the league. We are 1 point below the rivals, which isn't nice, and I might have to look into signing some of their players with how many limited Welsh players we can look at in this window. As we've got 9 million to spend. Oh, it seems nice actually having money in this window. And that is, of course, these transfers that have been going through. 9 million. I think the captain, unfortunately, has to be replaced in Joe Allen. And we'll need some fullbacks. Because them two, Timon and Ashby, they're not Welsh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one big signing and one smaller one. And the fun thing is, they're both right backs. We've managed to avoid going to the rivals. We've gone to Bristol Rovers for Luca Hull, who's cheap. I'm probably going on the loan list. But the big one, the biggest signing of them all, is the right back that we've got in. Our right-hand side is going to be very strong. An excellent addition in Nico Williams, of course, at Nottingham Forest, but the ex-Liverpool Academy graduate is now in the Championship. What a signing, seriously. He's behind Aurier in the pecking order, and now he's first choice at the Swans. Finally able to craft a full Welsh lineup, and they both go in. Hull can play at the right, and I'm trusting Williams, who says he can play left wing back, just go fully left back. Come on, I believe. And after selling as much as we can, we've got Leicester, who we beat in the final game of the season. We've got some games won before that. It will be a 9th place finish, and I will fully take it. It's not the playoffs, I don't care, but eventually we did finish above the rivals, and we've stuck to the Welsh philosophy. I think it's safe to say we're the best club in Wales. Ratings haven't been great, actually, in the second half of the season. We've got to say, it seems like they've played players in the team, of course, who should play. All these in the reserves being put into the team. I don't mind it. Of course, they're out of the team, so these still get a little bit of game time. Not many players have been purchased. We've got a highest rated in Brooks and Nico Williams. They have definitely played. Selling will be the philosophy next year, as the most goals went to Jerry Yates. He's in the reserves. Kiefer Moore with 13, Brooks with 8 and 10 assists. As the fellow ex-Bournemouth player, Jamal Lowe will go out on loan, so that's one player down the pecking order. Cullen got 4. Oliver Cooper did play. Joe Allen, unfortunately, is on the way down, but hopefully we're on the way up with the young Welsh players we have. As have we any good players through the academy this year? It doesn't look like it. Getting frustrated because the academy's not working. Pearson will promote Adam Brown, and go on, Kean Phillips will promote you for loans. Sell, sell, sell is our philosophy. We've got some decent players running out of contract who are Welsh players as well. Team-wise, Charlie Savage is the weakest, but we can replace them because 12 million plus money we should get for Josh Timon, who's decent. Ginley, we should get funds. And I didn't even realise in the team that there's a player trying to run away from us. Liam Cullen, get back to the Swans, please. He's a player we're trying to build a team around as we're getting another Premier League player. Sure, he's not Nico Williams, David Brooks quality, but welcome Chen Campbell from Wolves for 2 million. The sale of Matt Grimes, one of the ex-captains, is actually funding this as another youngster ran Grimsby ragged in the league. Joe Taylor, who was on loan at Colchester, comes across a youngster. There we go. We're going to move Campbell out wide. Cooper now back in the midfield. And it's funny because the two Coopers are actually Swansea players. I love that. Full Welsh team still, but we may have to look closer for the goalkeeper. And here is the keeper that we're going to bring instead of our youngster. But hey, it's another youngster, another player from the Fulham Academy. Just like Luke Harris was, Ryan Parry comes across and he's an improvement on what we've got, as our squad is definitely getting smaller. You can see down here, most of these players are Welsh. Love it as the team as well is getting there. I mean, Taylor I thought would be higher rated. I bought him without really looking at the rating. So a striker is still what I'd want. And money-wise, we are still very good with it. And we are going to get that striker man. We've got the money to do so, but we're still being rather cheap with it. Tom Bradshaw, I've got it in my mind that we'll get a youth player through up front. Sometimes believing it into fruition is the way to go. Bradshaw gets straight in there, gets straight up front. Taylor can come through as well. He's still quite young himself as a brilliant defender who's playing at this level in real life. Welcome back to Swansea, Joe Rodon. It just had to happen, didn't it? It leaves us with 4 million, which I do plan on trying to get another player. Maybe won't pay off, but what a signing, honestly. I'm kind of thinking about doing that as well. Training Cooper to be a right back I think could work as the team. Yes, there's some 60 rated around. Yes, I don't expect promotion, but I expect a better season. So I'm setting the bar high in beating 9th, but of course not getting in the playoffs. I'd take I'd take a top half finish. Not even 9th, but I want to see a lot more growth. The position changes are on those 2 players you just saw as Brooks gets a goal. But we lose to Plymouth. And this is a brilliant season, isn't it? I said higher than 9th, not higher than 19th, because we're not even that. We're in a relegation battle, and this is what I expected season number 1, not 2. Lads, come on. Have we got unhappy faces? Of course we have. We've only got the Welsh players here as well. We got no other people. Right, this is the step we need to be up to. Chen Campbell is the only player. Oh, no. Cooper as well in the defense. That is lower than 70 rated. It's good, but it's not really going to break the mold, is it? We need to be higher up. We've got 5 million in the budget, and I'm going to put that to good use as well. We need to start getting players in if we're going to propel ourselves away from relegation. So just the one signing, Chris Mepham from Bournemouth. I believe he might have played for Cardiff. And unfortunately, I don't have my phone on me to check. So I'm going to have to just gamble and say he will give it his all for Swansea. Maybe he could be the right back as well. Cooper's just trained to be one, but Mepham's going to step up to it. As for these players down here, we're going to look for loan deals. And at least as we sim towards the end of the season, we do actually pick up some points. Hopefully we're not relegated, as 14th will have to do. Have we had improvements? We've had some. You can see Bradshaw is on the way down. Understandable, he's getting old. As the rest of the team, those have done pretty decent. Chris Mepham is now a right back. He will be playing there for us. Cooper, unfortunately, on the bench as we have no... I can't even speak. No cup game goalkeeper. As you can see, Cabango and Rodon are here for the long term. I am very impressed with them, but I think Rodon should be left back or left centre back, with Williams still doing his job out there. This team next season might be ready for a potential promotion push. And season number 3, still in the championship, but blessed with 15 million. We're going to have to depend on our budgets more than ever, as we don't really have players to sell. We do have Pearson, who's going straight on the bench, and to be fair, Walker can join him, as I'm going to clip my fingers really hard. That was anticlimactic. And there we go. He's got a normal in-game face. And to be fair, I'm actually thinking he might go over Bradshaw. Straight into the team, straight back from his loan deal. Low rated, but high in potential. So we've got to sign some players like that. I'm going to look at the team from the overview. And left midfield looks like the position we need. And I think I know who I'm signing, but I'm going to ask Ben Cabango. Do you think left midfield is the position that needs strengthening? And he does. But he's got another matter to bring up here. He wants to be Swansea captain, promising we'll do better with him with the armband. I mean, I don't know. Cooper, of course, is a Swansea in and out captain. He's been here all the time, but Cabango has for our reign. So without further ado, he will get the armband. But then I'm looking at Joe Rodon as well. Maybe in the future, if Cabango doesn't work out, as of course I forgot to mention, we needed a backup goalkeeper. And here's Daniel Barden. Welcome from Norwich. Cheap and cheerful, as now we are bled down to the final pound, almost literally. As here we have Dan James coming back to Swansea. If anyone remembers the goal he scored when he was a speedster running through that team. So rememberable, I forgot who it was against. But you'll know what I mean if you're a Swansea fan. He comes from Alves. Honestly, why has he been playing in the 2nd division over in Spain? And he could actually potentially play up front. It says he can play there, but of course, Walker. We've got to give credit to our youngster. Give him his shot. As we start off with Bolton, a team that's just been promoted, and with the team that we do have now. I expect promotion now. Maybe not automatic, but to fly through the playoffs at least as... Oh, we can't play football. We dominate a game, have 7 shots, but get beat by Bolton. I'm going to try and motivate the players now, and I'm going to talk to Liam Cullen and say if he scores over 15 goals, I will double his wages. That will be him going up to 36, I think, grand a week, because he's not the most expensive. There's Rodon and Brooks up there. As the more we progress, the more we go down. Now we've got to flip that. Oh, and I love it. I love it. Halfway through this season, Swansea top of the tree. This is the team we have as well. There is a very unhappy Walker. Hope he can get over that. We've got an 80 rated in the team, and yeah, it looks like league-winning quality. Players we can't forget about as well. Jordan James is 75 rated. Cooper is as well. As of course, I'm going to be checking the goals of... No, that's the stats. The goals of Cullen. He has 12. Now, did I say 20 or 15? I've already forgot. I've done a lot of simming of games, and we're going to have to sim more. We didn't have any money to spend, so we're at the end of the season. Cullen gone up a rating. Hey, and Walker's a bit happier. I'm actually intrigued to see how many goals he scored. Did he get many? We've only got 180 rated, of course, and Cullen will get his wage doubled. We're going to get straight onto that because we've got a little bit of money to deal with. Ginley's still here making the money. He leaves next year, though, I think. And we've got 1 million, so yeah, we can pay Cullen. There you go, mate. Enjoy your wage increase. Cabango's still 60k a week. If he hasn't led this team to the Prem, we'll be one unhappy man. How have we bottled automatics? How was Swansea falling behind? Oh, it was goal difference as well. Points didn't even make a difference. Burnley eventually walked it. What are we doing to ourselves? St. Mary's awaits the Swans and Saints. That is a mouthful. And we've got a recovery mission to do. We've got a recovery mission. Look at the ratings, man. We've got to be in the Prem. Walker may be replaced, or he may be not. It's only a 2-2 draw to start off with. You know, from looking so assured to now not anymore. Their team looks... It looks all right. We saw Ryan Manning there, of course, an ex-Swans player himself. Please, we should be going up. And that is us going to at least the final. Rodon and Dan James with the double. Oh, actually, we've got to ask ourselves the question. Was it Dan James or was it Jordan James? It's interesting to ponder as we've got Sheffield United now. Have they got any good Welsh players? I doubt it. We had to sell players to them. Please, don't lose the game. Jordan or Dan, who cares? Because Swansea are now in the Premier League at the third time of asking. Yes, we won in promotion fights before, but my days, does that feel like a long time in the making? It feels like, even in the Championship, we've got most of the decent Welsh players here already. I'd like Mepham to get over to the 75 mark, and yeah, let's keep going. Let's push in the Prem now. And season number 4, I can confirm Mepham's gone up. We actually gave him a new contract. Maybe that's what inspired him. As we've actually done all the contracts this season and been still left with 37 million. Now it was at 51. That's not too good, as there's something I kept from you last season. I didn't even realise it at first, and this is going to blow your mind. When I go to the academy, you can see our highest rated player we promoted last year is called Gary Bale. Gary Bale, I mean, does a particular footballer with a man bun who's played for Tottenham and Real Madrid, do they spring to mind? Oh, I would love for him to come in and be our left or even right-hand side of midfielder. Maybe switch into a right-wing formation. Thinking too far ahead, aren't I? As I believe Walker's gone to the Wales team. Most of our team's playing for Wales, but he's still 71 overall. At 20, maybe progression's behind him, but we're going to stick with him, I've decided. But I am going to add some very, very healthy competition behind him. He's a lot higher rated, and he's the best Welsh player in FC24 at this moment. In this save anyway, highest rated, Brennan Johnson's costing the majority of our budget to bring him from Tottenham. I mean, I'm gonna have to put him in. I'm gonna have to play him. Sorry, Walker, you're gonna have to be on the bench, as we have got Gary Bale out on loan. He's gone to Newport, another Welsh club, so Walker and Bale coming off the bench in a couple of seasons' time might be very, very tasty. Speaking of the bench, Harris and Savage haven't played very well, or very much, I must say. Want to make sure that's different this season. And Ben Johnson, of course, is training as a striker. You saw that he was a right winger, as our first game in the Premier League, back in the big time, is Chelsea. Gonna be some tester. Of course, we don't have to win the Prem, and I'm kind of glad. No offense to Wales, but is that team ever gonna win the Prem? I would lean towards no, as in the first game we are beaten. Brennan Johnson does score, so he does what he was brought here to do. It's just a shame that he won't work with Walker well, and I guess we've got to move on and see what happens in this whirlwind of a season. Remember Graham Potter, the old Swansea boss who had them playing great football? I've got ratings great as well. I don't know where I was going with that. Just what I'm trying to say is Johnson is on the form of his life, 83 rated. Cullen's 80. We've got an 80 rated Brooks or an 82 rated as defense is going up. Players left behind are these three in the middle plus Chris Mepham immensely. And on the bench, even Harris must be playing and Savage and doing well. Unbelievable. If only Gary Bale is doing well, we should be doing well in the league. Call me Pep Guardiola. Don't know what that was. I just got way too excited. We're 4 points off Arsenal at top of the league. When you spend long in the championship, you go up and you get that bounce. We're not fighting relegation. We're fighting Europe places. 17 goals. Liam Cullen with 10. Cooper the midfielder with 7. Dan James with 2. But how is Gary Bale going? Oh, not too well. Oh, Gary Bale. You're making it hard to pick here. Maybe we try recall him and send him somewhere else. I'm thinking a league above, maybe. But I don't know what league they're in. Wrexham were the only team that came in for him. And he's gone up 2 ratings since joining them. Got Kean Phillips out on loan as well. No more money left after making that move for Gary. Please build his career. And please, team, end up in the Champions League. Did we manage to do it? Come on. League does not tell a promising story with them final 2 months. Oh, you bottle jobs. You absolute bottle jobs. We were up there, but we finished 8th. And can I have the right to moan? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, because I am a serial moaner. Serial winner is what I want the lads to be. All of them, because we were up there. We've got good rating increases. Chris Mepham's getting left behind, and Dan James as well. Not many better Welsh players out there. We've got to hope some of these loanies, or just youngsters already here, can try and make a difference. How did Gary Bale do out on loan at Wrexham? Oh, that is a lot better for his career. Gary Bale, 71 rated. A lot better. So he found the right club. It looks like his stats are going up, and I love that for the young man. Next season, he's not far behind Walker. Walker, who's had a flop of a season. 3 games, 0 goals. It was Brennan Johnson who carried us, and we've got to hope he can do it again. Alongside Liam Cullen, can the Swans just try and swim further higher? And realise I didn't say fly there, because I'm genuinely unsure if Swans can fly. They can't, can they? I don't know why that's important. 49 million as well. For a team finishing 8th first season in the Prem, I'm kind of disappointed with that. That's without contracts as well, as is there any better Welsh players than Mepham and Daniel James? I mean, Chen Campbell's even almost the same rating as James. He's 3 behind, as where is Gary Bale? Oh, wait, I've just realised. He was out on loan halfway through the season at Wrexham, so he's still got a half a year to go. Well, he wouldn't play anyway, so probably better that he's there. He's not progressed any in off-season. It's got me thinking Reece Walker goes out on loan. I'll avoid that just for now. I think I've found the only replacement for Dan James. Now, we know Harry Wilson went on loan to Cardiff when they were struggling. He's a bluebird, it's got to be said, but he's the only improvement to the team. I don't know if I have the strength to do it. I'm going to have to dwell on that. I've got to wait up. We have Gary Bale coming through. We've got Chen Campbell. James himself. There's no hiding. He would improve the team. But no! We're gonna go for someone else. Welcome. You know who it is from the hair. Ethan Ampadu on his release clause, which I still think is a steal from Udinese. I genuinely mean when I say that he... Oh, yeah, we got him on a great deal. He is the highest rated Welsh player behind Dan Johnson. God, Dan Johnson? Brennan Johnson. 83 overall at 26. Of course, was brilliant at Leeds. Is brilliant at Leeds. And we've had to sign him. Fun fact, I don't know if I've told it before, but I saw him make his debut against Huddersfield for Chelsea many moons ago now. And his position in this team. Where does he go? Can he go right back? Could Rodon go right back? No, it looks like... To be fair, it looks like Ampadu -4 is the best player to train there. That's what I'm going to do. It's just a shame that Dan James is still in this team. We are praying on a Gary Bale increase. Because quite frankly put, that was most of our money. We've got 21 million left, and that's not going to be good enough. Just got to hope that team can do well somehow, as we have Nottingham Forest first. And they've got a very young and upcoming team. Very, very promising. We've just got to repeat the first half of last season. The ratings are good, but are they Champions League place worthy? Not sure, but we do beat Nottingham Forest. Cooper and Williams. Nico at the back. And I'm guessing that will be Cooper in the team. And halfway through. Are we on for a potential trophy here? Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. Has it been a good seat? Wow. Wow, they are some results. We haven't repeated last year, have we? We haven't repeated. Yes, Swansea. Swansea. Swansea City are the best team in the world. The ratings, man. The ratings. We still have a 79 in the squad, but Brennan Johnson, I am so excited to see how many goals he's scored. It will be hopefully unmatched by anyone else. Ampadu, look at him as a right back. Also good to note how high rated Ryan Parry is. He's quite a stocky goalkeeper as well. He must be spreading out well to stop the shots. Gary Bale is almost back. I mean, I'm not even going to pay that because he'll be back any moment. 17-year-old, 74 rated, improves like Bale as 22 games, 22 goals for Brennan Johnson. Now, no wonder he's absolutely flying at this level. Liam Cullen, 11. Cooper, 10. Chen Campbell, I mean, even he's doing pretty decent. Dan James, has he been injured for, like, the entirety of his Premier League career? And looking at the team come end of the year, it should be in Champions League. Welsh lads have done Wales proud, that's all I can say. And maybe cohesion is a thing. Maybe it is on PC with mods, because look, top of the league, City absolutely nowhere near. It's funny, because they only suffered one more defeat than us, but too many draws spoil the broth for the citizens. 96 points. Wow! Swansea are the best team in the world, and we are going to scour the market to see if any other clubs have got good, maybe youth Welsh players to add to this squad. And after a Premier League win, a Championship playoff win being our only trophies, we know where we need to sign. We're going to, of course, be trying to replace Dan James. It's hard to process where we need to sign because every single player gets called up for Wales and we can't see them. I'm surprised Ampadu hasn't. And Harris, and Savage. Poor lads, as look, we've got Gary Barry back, I'm going to call him. Gary Bale. What a name. He will sit on the bench, of course. He's not the absolute replacement for Dan James, as this must be the only save where we get 145 million and literally can't spend it because there's no players we can spend it really on. We could go ahead and buy all these Welsh players that I've been scouting. I've scouted them by alphabetical order, but we have found a player that won't be a waste of wages. You know, when I spoke about a Welsh player coming up the ranks somewhere else, Scotland. Why did I always look in the English leagues? I'm an idiot because Ryan Walker is the man we've been waiting for. We should have signed him last season. I mean, to be fair, I didn't have much money, and Dundee, I think it's FC, Dundee FC have received a paycheck of 85 million for this man. He's only 82 rated. We've overpaid, but we had the money to overpay, as we have a Manchester United ex-player joining, who again was up in Scotland, this time from Hibernian, but this guy was at Dundee United before, Dylan Levitt. I looked at this guy in season number 1 and I thought, no, but he's actually increased because potential is nuts on PC, because I'm going to have to swap it around, and I feel so sorry for Chen Campbell, who's been here all along, but Dan James will still keep his place on the bench as Walker walks into the team. Now, I don't know if you've seen it, but I've immediately seen it. We've got Cooper and... where is he? Cooper. We've got James and James right there. And now we've got Walker and Walker. Both regens as well. You can't write it. Literally, there isn't any more going under the radar, is there? Don't think we've got two other names the same. And we're straight on to the first game of the season, and we're playing Burnley. I was so close to signing a certain Connor Roberts from Burnley, but if I remember correctly, he didn't leave Swansea on great terms? Maybe I'm wrong. I apologise if I am. As we did win a Community Shield on our build-up here, we don't count the 50 pence piece as a trophy. If I was a manager, I'd donate it to charity. After all, it's the Charity Shield, and I think that's the best you can do. Burnley have a solid team of youngsters. Pablo Torre, Raksaki, but is it enough to beat Wales? Sorry, not Wales, Swansea. I'm already thinking that our team is literally just a nation, because I like these nation rebuilds, and I like that we're beating them. Johnson at the double. Brennan on top of the world. Love him as a player. I think he's the Welsh go-to. I signed him in the Wrexham save, as it's a good start to the season, and I've just noticed We've been the only Welsh team in the top division. Cardiff have not made it at all. Of course, I don't dislike Cardiff in real life, as look at that for a Champions League group. Although we won the Premier League, Inter, Ajax and Sevilla. It's not a group I would have liked because they're all difficult, and it means we can't get Inter in the next round, who we usually get and we usually beat. And this is how it looks halfway through the team. Is it enough to beat them teams we saw in our group? I mean, a 90 rated Brennan Johnson puts a smile on my face. Harry was almost there. The goalkeeper, he was high rated. It looks like it may be another Premier League win. Jeez, I mean, English teams don't take to playing Welsh teams very good, as a Welsh team takes on a Scottish team. Has that ever happened before? Of course, outside of friendlies, that is sensational. I mean, we topped the group. Wow. Easily topped the group. One defeat, I would guess that's to Inter, as Bologna have made it through. We've got Celtic, as Walker will be used to playing them. He's still not trained as a left mid, and to be fair, he's not increased much. That's one of the only regen players I've not seen increase at the rate of the other players. So Cooper, 86. He started at the club. Genuinely fantastic. And I was going to sim to Celtic straight away, which I will do. But we've got to point out we're in a Carabao Cup semi-final again. And we're going to have to see how that entails after we play Celtic. I mean, we should be winning this 9-0 with the rate we're going at. Of course, no offense meant to Celtic. Do like the hoops, as that should be a one-off. Don't bottle this, lads, please. There we go. Still 4-3. They got 2 goals at the Swansea.com stadium. And I absolutely love this. I like the run it's giving us. We've got Bologna next, which means they beat City, I've just clocked. But after Celtic, I think I would have rather been an underdog. And their team, to get them all the way here, I mean, they have Douglas Luiz, they have Boye, and they have Undai. But apart from that, I doubt any of their players will be really that high in quality. Again, they take us close. I remember seeing a comment, actually. A comment that said I am like Chelsea in 2012, which kind of resonate with. I think that's the season they did really well, isn't it? Wow. Against the odds. As we're against the odds, we have scraped past Celtic and scraped past Bologna, and we're on for 2 Premier League titles back-to-back. Shouldn't be this close, as AC Milan in the semis. No Real Madrid, no PSG, no Liverpool. I'll take it. Come on, lads, don't let me down. But looking at the squad, Cooper's been injured a while. James is out. Levitt suspended. We're on the back burners for this one, and we do lose at home. We've got to go and do an Istanbul. We can do a Liverpool here. Come on. Come on. Let's just auto-replace our players. Oh, 3 shots to 2. They missed one of their shots. They missed the chance to take it to penalties. Levitt, the replacement, got the goal. The man I didn't sign when we were in the Championship scores a goal that helps send us to the Champions League final. The final's not going to be easy. It's against Paris Saint-Germain. That is going to be very tricky. Golden boot goes to Brennan Johnson. Congratulations, Brennan. Go and score the winner against PSG. He says we're going to win, and if we don't win, he says we can decrease his wages. I won't be doing that, Brennan. I trust we'll win, as we have won the Premier League again. What a win. Again, we lost less games than Liverpool. Draws are really disadvantaging, there we go, I can say the word, the CPUs this year. And they are helping us. FA Cup, we were nowhere near, but the Carabao, we were in the semis, and we won the whole thing. We beat Luton in the final. That is another trophy. Get in. All the way to PSG in the finale. We've had no Michu, no Adel Tarat, streets won't forget kind of player. Actually, thinking about it, he didn't play for Swansea. I've got that wrong, but what I'm trying to say is we've done it with no standout, fully Welsh players, and we need to take them to glory. Rob Page will be very happy with us, very happy, as the final is at Wembley. First time I've seen this. Wow, I didn't know this was possible. I'm very excited now, and I'm even more excited by the fact that Cooper is available in our midfield. Cooper's sharpness will be an issue though, of course, and Cabango. We just need to keep it away from Kylian Mbappe. Joe Rodon, That's your man. So we get in a move together to start us off with. If we could take a 1-goal lead, I would love it. Ball into Cullen, you know. Liam Cullen on the angle. Falls to Brooks. Header was won. And, oh, Joe Rodon, where are you? Kylian Mbappe. But tackle by Williams. Brilliant cover. And now there is no cover at left back for PSG. Brooks uses the right back in Ampadu. Ball in the middle. That is brilliant, actually. And Liam Cullen was never missing that. The Swansea youth player gets the goal for the Swans. Just able to walk through the team. The Welsh lads are beating Mbappe and co. And what a ball in from Ampadu, we must say. Sometimes it's just a simple pass across the deck to release a man through the middle. And now we just need to hold. A long way to go still, though. We know there's a long way to go. We could use another goal. Cullen, why not try and strike that? Not bad. It gets us into their box, of course. If we can work the corner right, that is. Good ball across. Here is Brooks. There's Brooks with a shot. Has that not hit a hand? And PSG to run away with this one. Oh dear. Big mistake. Joe Rodon though. Great. Not a great tackle. Second time, no. We know PSG will be a threat and we've got to make sure this man is marked. Kylian Mbappe. Nico Williams. By far the best player today, as that is a ball as well. A ball and a half down to Cullen. Cullen, if he could get this into the middle for Walker. So close, and we'll keep on going. That is Williams again, who's been a great player. Brennan Johnson, look at the run from Cooper. Dinks Donnarumma, and it is over the line. The man who shouldn't really be fed straight back into the squad, but is, with the captain's armband, gets the goal. And what a goal it is. Look at this. Runs through. Zion Emery cannot catch him up. Swansea 2 to the good. Magnifique against PSG as oh dear, Kylian Mbappe. We won't stop him all game, and that's brilliant. Get a 2-goal lead and then concede straight away. And that's half-time straight away. After that, we do have a lead, and that's all we can really be grateful for. Still got to keep on going, though. And here is Walker, literally walking through the centre of the field. We can find a ball to Brennan Johnson here. James with a ball out wide. And Williams, that's hit a hand. And is that in the box? No, it's not, but still a great opportunity. We can't give away here. Walker has the best free kicks. Can he be the man? Can he be the man to try and put this round the wall? There's a lot of power on that. And no, surely hit an hand again, but nothing's countered. And he can swing a ball in to the back post. And another chance again for us. James to take this one into Benkabango. I was going to shoot then, but we'll just keep this possession. Keeping PSG very limited here. Joe Rodon has had Mbappe in the pocket so far. Brennan Johnson tries to swing that across. I want to see more from Brennan Johnson in the latter stages, though, as here is Cullen. He's been the better striker, and he can strike a ball. Oh, Walker has to be there. Only needed a tap in that, and here they come. Here come PSG. We need to watch them on the edge of the box. What a save, but parry! Only parries it when we needed him the most. I can't believe it. We've been dominant in this game. Utterly dominant, and one mistake costs us maybe the Champions League. Oh, lads, we've got to go again. We've had the better of the chances, but we've just not took them. Do it for the swan on your chest. Do it for the country of Wales. As James with a ball across right here. Walker, Cullen, whatever you do, don't lose the ball. That could be the vital scenario. And Brennan Johnson tries to turn. He still managed to keep hold of this ball, and we're trying to feed it through to him. Brennan Johnson! No, he's missed. No, he's missed. I don't believe it. Still, he fights for the ball back, does Brennan. And that one is through to Liam Cullen. Surely he can finish. And all that shame that Johnson should have in this game is gone, because he's been bailed out by the Swansea youngster, Liam Cullen. Liam bloody Cullen. Todibo can't believe it. The captain of PSG can't believe he's been spun, and it's been a finish off the left peg of the striker to win Swansea the Champions League. Surely it's done. That was a last minute as well. 2 passes, 3 passes. Just let the whistle go, please. Bad tackle. We'll take it. Could actually be the captain sent off and not lifting the trophy from that. It's a yellow. Okay, Cooper survives. Maybe he gets to lift the trophy, as they're going to hoof this up. Ignacio needs to win the header. He doesn't. Williams, what are you sliding around for? Because Mbappe now with a chance, but Joe Rodon covers his mate and bails him out of danger, as that is the whistle, and Wales and Swansea, of course, will win the Champions League. What a feeling, eh? What a feeling. It will be Cooper to lift it. George Cooper, not Brandon in the reserves. Unfortunately, it didn't go well for his career, but George Cooper is lifting that into the night sky. What an occasion. At Wembley Stadium, home of England, is where Wales wins it. Interesting stuff. As if you haven't already, check out more MWS linked down below, hopefully. And I will see you all in the next video. Comment down below what you maybe want to see next.